Hi, it's Bill Mezzanotte, and I'm here at home, and I have the pleasure of interviewing Scott Cohen, someone who's survived COVID-19 and wants to share his story with others. Scott, you have a remarkable story. Take me back to March, I think it was, when it all started.
I'm going to go back even a little bit before my story to the Friday where Governor Cuomo in New York ordered everybody who was non-essential to stay home. I'm having a conversation with my father, who I also work with, and I'm telling him, just don't forget to take your printer. And he's like, I don't need the printer. We're all gonna be back here on Monday. Don't you worry about it. 2 days later, his fiance calls me to tell me that he's not feeling well. It progressively got worse. I was able to visit him at home a few hours before he wound up going to the hospital. That was the last time I saw my father. 4 or 5 days later, my younger son got sick, nothing crazy. My wife and I started with fever. My wife came in, she asked me, how are you? And I said, I'm not good. She started crying, she wound up calling the ambulance. I was a day or two from death, and my two brothers, obviously for many reasons, didn't want me to die. They had heard about convalescent plasma. The hospital at that point in time did not have a program. They started a petition. Within 24 hours, there were over 20,000 signatures. They kept telling my brothers and my wife and my sister that the plasma was going to be here, and it just never showed up. One of my wife's friends had my petition on her page, and Diana Barrett, who is the founder of SurvCorps, she saw it on my friend Alyssa's page. She must have said, ooh, this is right up my alley. The next morning, plasma mysteriously showed up at the hospital. It was enough for one person. And they had to make the choice, me or my father. He had already been resuscitated 6 times from cardiac arrest, clearly because of my age, and I haven't had any of these things.
Much better option.
Right. I do not at any point in time remember being scared for myself. I was, however, very frightened for my family. They were really the only thing that was on my mind. My wife, she probably had it harder than anybody else. Everyone in my house was sick. My wife was very sick. I think that if I wasn't in the hospital, she probably would have gone. I was discharged on the 26th of April, simply standing up off my hospital bed. I would break out into a sweat. My heart rate would go up to about 140. I had to learn to walk with a walker while carrying an oxygen tank, which I stayed on from March 31st when I went to the hospital. I came off sometime mid-July. When I first came out of the hospital, one of the things that I had, which was really scary, my hands were shaking, trembling. I went to my doctor, and he said, we don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not even gonna guess. He's like, the answer is, I don't know, we don't know. Went home, SurvCorps.com, anybody else's hand shaking uncontrollably. Within a few minutes, other people, yes. We're the largest collective group of COVID-19 survivors anywhere. It doesn't exist in anywhere else, so it's a great pool. And I encourage people to tell other people about SurvCorps. As your research is doing, and is what was administered to me is proof. Part of the cure, part of the answer to what's going on is in every COVID-19 survivor's body.
Absolutely.
All I can say is thank God for SurvCorps. Thank God for my brothers doing and what they did, and Diana Barrett seeing that post. I've said this, Darren, if you didn't see that post, I would not be here.
Tell me also maybe what you would say if you met the person who donated their plasma that helped save you.
The only thing you can say is thank you. It doesn't seem like enough, what this person just did out of kindness. Another human being, me in this case, is alive and is with their children and their wife. And my younger guy plays ice hockey. I'm an assistant U19 soccer coach for my middle son, and being on the sidelines and watching, it's a great feeling. My older son just went to college. Every little thing that I get to see now, I definitely reflect in my head, how lucky I am to be here to see these things. Statistically, I shouldn't be here. I'm here because of I don't want to say untested, but a non-approved therapy that saved my life.
Scott, CSL has been all in on the COVID fight. We have thousands of people every day collecting regular plasma or convalescent plasma. We have people working on a vaccine. We have people working on a plasma-derived hyperimmune, which is sort of like convalescent plasma. And of course, we have people working on antibodies for the most sick COVID patients like you were. And it is a collaboration effort all across medicine, all across industry. We're all in this together to help people like you and your family. What would you want to say to my CSL colleagues who are doing all of this right now?
God bless you all, because without the research that CSL or any other labs, and I will isolate CSL because I know in previous discussions, one of the founders of your company discovered convalescent plasma. So extra thank yous to your guys. You keep up the good work, keep the faith, know that what you're doing, it's saving lives. I'm indebted to everybody who's had a part in me being alive today.